Welcome to Massive Beers. My name is Matt, and yeah, we do beer stuff here. We definitely do. One of our favorite things to do are these mystery beers. No, not grocery shopping. I get a little bit of a note on here, FYI, not a small beer. No shit, Sherlock. This comes courtesy of Steven. You don't have to write this is not a small beer on here, because if this is not like an Oscar Blues, like stovepipey thing, I don't know what is. So we're going to dive into it. I'm pretty sure we're dealing with a big barrel-aged monster. A little bit of tip into the hat from Steve, and we'll push this down here. And when this touches this tape and stuff, it just gets all fuzzy and stuff. Okay. I thought it was going to be something else. Did I read that wrong? Maybe I read that wrong. It says, FYI, not a small beer. So, good God, what is that? I don't even know what that is. You see that? It's just like a murky... I don't know if you could see the particulate. I have the baseball game going on here. Usually I have light from my monitor kind of casting down in here, but it's a big particulate. Almost looks like a Belgian style golden ale, something along those lines, like a big old triple or something. Maybe even barley wine. I don't know. Yeah, kind of curious about that one. Has kind of like a weird. Looks like it has fruit involved in it somehow. Kind of had not all that off color, but it has this slightly kind of peachy kind of hue to it. Get a nose. What is that? It's almost like someone's bière de garde. It's like somebody's like Belgian. I'm still gonna lean into maybe like a Belgian American version of a Belgian kind of golden ale. With a little bit of fruit involved, at least in the nose, because you get this nice kind of sweetness to it that comes off very much like a higher ABV kind of goldenish ale, but there's some kind of fruit floating around there, like apricot maybe, or maybe like a some kind of berry, but not your typical like blueberry, something along those lines. A nice soft little fruitiness with this nice sweetness and this little bit of extra oomph to it. But yeah, somebody's fruited beer. Belgian-styled fruited beer? I don't know. We're just going to dive in. Cheers, y'all. What is this? Now I think it might have some time on it, too. Can we cheat it and look at the bottom? 2 years old. So it's 2 years old. Man, what is this? It's like flirting lines of a blonde barley wine. It has to be somebody's Belgian golden. Like somewhere between, like almost like a Victory. What's Victory? Does that what's their golden ale? Golden Monkey? It's almost like a fruited golden monkey. Something along those lines. Yeah, it has this sweetness to it that I think there was a decent bittering to it. So I think there was a hop presence at one time or another, but it's really not there anymore. But it kind of tempers a bit of the sweetness here. So I think you're talking about something that is 10%, if not bigger. Definitely has this kind of golden ale, richer golden, stopping short of American barley wine kind of sweet maltiness. And then it just has this soft little subtle fruit portion of the show that I'm attributing to some kind of soft fruit. So a softer fruit. Yeah. I don't even know. Raspberry? I think I'm going to land on raspberry now. Even though it's not all that super raspberry, it's the only kind of fruit I can kind of peg on this one. So I would say this is kind of like a Victory Golden Monkey with raspberry. So it's a 10% American version of a Belgian-style golden ale with a soft fruit addition to it. That's all I got. Look at me. I thought it was going to be a big old barrel-aged beer. But I'd be wrong. Let's get it from the bottom here. Okay. This is not Victory, I can tell you that much. Josh. I'm not going to get the top off here. Oh, I might just slide off now. No tape. There we go. Clown Chews. I have not had a Clown Chews beer in a very, very long time. make all the sense in the world what this is. This is Josh the Boss Hog. Barley wine flavored ale. I don't know what barley wine flavor is, though. It's a barley wine ale flavor. Oh, barley wine ale flavored with. Barley ale flavored with plums. That was it. That kind of makes all the sense in the world now. But it is barrel aged, too. Rye whiskey barrels. I think that might be the bittering or that hopping that I thought was decently aggressive. There might be a rye spirit kind of thing coming in. This is not a negative beer. I wouldn't go gaga kind of flipping out over this either. I think age might have done this a little bit kind of nicely. But it's just such a weird beer. I don't think I'd ever been able to guess that. I said barley wine flavored ale. I went with the Belgian Golden style ale just because of its lightness and the way it kind of came off. It doesn't come off as like a rich barley wine. It's 11% alcohol, so it's on a lower end of barley wine kind of ABV. Yeah. I did not get this. I know it was fruited. I know it was high ABV, but I think that's kind of not a win when it comes to like nailing that. Did I nail it? I didn't even nail it. Kind of calling out those kind of basic things on it. It's a fun mystery beer. I can tell you that much. I don't really think I'd call it a barley wine now, man. It really just doesn't have barley wine vibes to me. It comes off more like a strong golden ale, which you're almost kind of splitting hairs there with a kind of stylistically, it can be very close to like a blonde barley wine. This is not like a normal barley wine as far as that goes. Let's put it that way. So I think it's a little bit more towards that. The plum makes all the sense in the world. I knew it was some kind of fruit. I just couldn't really put my finger on it. And with how subtle plum is, it really does. Now when you read it and you taste it, you're like, oh shit, no shit, Sherlock, that is plum. But being so subtle, it just kind of makes all the sense in the world. It's where the rye whiskey in here, I can be like, okay, I understand. There's a barrel aging going on here. But I'm watching a baseball game by the way, and the Yankees. Aaron Judge just made a diving catch, so I'm very happy. It's a fun beer. Let's put it that way. The biggest thing about this beer, I would love to try this with like an additional 5 to 8 years on it. I think it would turn morph into something very interesting. Great, I don't know, but interesting nonetheless. But a very fun mystery beer. Thank you very much, Steven. And I'm kind of curious to see what that's like when it warms up. So yeah, let's cut to the chase. One of the better barley wines I've had is latent or barrel aged beers. Let's clump them together. Not really. It's definitely a fun mystery beer and a fun beer in general because of the flavor profile and it being a mystery beer. What is something I just knee jerk viscerally really dig on? Not so much. And just say, what are your experiences with Clown Shoes? I mean, I used to get their stuff every now and then. Never was a big fan. The name of the brewery kind of is just like, okay, if you're not going to take your name seriously, how can I take your beer seriously? But I've had some of their stuff, and some of them have been fantastic. Some have been quite poopy. How has your experience with Clown Shoes been? How has your experience with Clown Shoes this particular beer? Have you had it? What were your thoughts? And what are your thoughts on their bigger beers, barrel-aged beers? Because that's a bulk of what I've had. Let's talk about that down there. And there you go. Mystery beer in their books. Thank you again, Steven. Anybody else out there ever wants to send off mystery beers, you're more than welcome. Get a hold of me in the old social medias. And hopefully you guys enjoyed the review. Hopefully see you next time. Cheers, y'all.